Air raid sirens piercing the night across Tel Aviv for the third time in this escalating crisis. Bright interceptor flashes lighting up the sky as Iranian ballistic missiles come in waves, some penetrating Israel's multi-layered defenses, and air defense batteries firing relentlessly under extreme strain. Iran has just launched its third major missile barrage in direct retaliation for the U.S.-Israeli strikes that killed Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, testing Israel's Iron Dome, David's Sling, and arrow systems to their breaking point, and raising the very real danger of a prolonged, high-intensity regional conflict. Iranian state media and the Revolutionary Guard Corps announced the latest assault. Hundreds of Ahmad, Ghadr, Khaybar, Sheikhan, and potentially hypersonic Fatah-class missiles combined with drone swarms aimed at military installations, air bases, command centers, and population hubs including central Tel Aviv, Haifa, Jerusalem, and other strategic locations, with state television framing it as a continuing, phased operation to avenge the Supreme Leader's martyrdom and the elimination of key commanders like Ali Shamkhani, Mohammad Pakpour, and Amir Nasserzadeh. The first wave struck shortly after the initial decapitation attacks on Tehran. The second ramped up overnight with heavier barrages designed to overwhelm early intercepts, and this third wave, confirmed by Israeli military spokespeople and verified eyewitness footage, carries the highest volume yet, with reports of over 300 projectiles launched in rapid succession to saturate and exhaust the defense network. Israel's Iron Dome short-range interceptors, David's Sling for medium threats, and Arrow 3 for long-range ballistic missiles have been in constant action. Sirens wailing repeatedly in Tel Aviv and surrounding areas, dozens of interceptors streaking skyward in brilliant trails, but videos shared widely on social platforms and by news outlets show clear breaches, direct hits on a residential building in central Tel Aviv causing fires and structural collapse, damage in Beit Shemesh near Jerusalem, where a synagogue shelter took a strike, killing 8 to 9 people, including civilians, scattered impacts in Haifa leading to building fires, and debris falling across multiple cities. Mogen David Adom Emergency Services report 6 to 10 fatalities and hundreds of injuries across all waves so far, with more than 40 buildings damaged or partially destroyed in the greater Tel Aviv metropolitan area alone. Some missiles getting through because of sheer numerical overload, as military analysts point out. Iran's post-conflict upgrades in guidance systems, maneuverability, and evasion tactics make saturation attacks far more effective when launch numbers exceed 200 to 300 in a single pulse. The strain on air defenses is unmistakable. Interceptor reload times lagging under sustained fire, Patriot and Arrow batteries pushed into maximum operational tempo nationwide. Reservists called up in the tens of thousands within hours to reinforce ground crews and response teams, and Israeli command acknowledging that the system, while achieving 80 to 90% interception rates in previous exchanges, is facing its toughest challenge yet, with the risk of running low on ready interceptors if the barrage pattern continues. This third wave fits into the larger picture. The U.S.-Israeli operation that eliminated Khamenei in his Tehran office, satellite imagery confirming massive compound destruction, took out around 40 senior regime figures and caused hundreds of civilian deaths, including the widely condemned strike on a girls' elementary school in southern Iran, killing over 100 students and staff, prompting Iran to open multiple fronts, not only against Israel but also against more than 27 U.S. military installations across the region, including Al Udeid in Qatar with reported explosions, Al Dhafra in the UAE, the 5th Fleet headquarters in Bahrain, bases in Kuwait, Jordan, and Erbil in Iraq, plus spillover effects reaching densely populated Gulf cities like Dubai and Doha. Gulf skies filled with interceptor trails, residents near bases experiencing tremors and panic, major airports closed, regional flights grounded. Oil prices surged sharply on fears of disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, through which roughly one-fifth of the world's oil flows, with shipping companies halting movements and analysts warning of severe energy shocks if fast boats, mines, or proxy forces prolong the crisis. President Trump has posted updates vowing, "force never seen before," if Iran keeps attacking, describing the ongoing strikes as ahead of schedule and focused on dismantling missile arrays and command structures, while Israeli leadership from the Kiryat headquarters in Tel Aviv promised a non-stop air train of follow-up attacks targeting the remaining heart of Iran's military infrastructure, with thousands of munitions already expended. Iran's IRGC spokesperson declared they have used only scrap and older missiles so far, reserving advanced and unforeseen systems for later phases, and emphasized no red lines remain after the Supreme Leader's death. Casualty figures continue to climb. Israel reports 9 to 10 killed in the most recent barrages, including the Beit Shemesh synagogue shelter incident. Hundreds wounded, shelters packed as families remain underground. The U.S. has confirmed 3 service members killed, the first American fatalities in this round, and 5 seriously injured at one of the targeted bases. In Tehran, blackouts persist. The families shelter in basements amid ongoing Israeli/U.S. waves, and massive crowds gather in mourning after the official martyrdom announcement, 40-day national mourning period, and week-long public holidays declared. An interim council now manages affairs until a successor is chosen, but the leadership vacuum raises concerns of power struggles or increased Revolutionary Guard control amid simmering domestic unrest. The United Nations Security Council has held emergency sessions, with Russia condemning the initial aggression, European leaders calling for immediate de-escalation, and countries like Australia issuing evacuation advisories for citizens while reaffirming support for non-proliferation efforts. Experts highlight Iran's saturation strategy, overwhelming defenses with sheer volume to force costly reloads, create widespread fear, and pressure Israel into accepting limits. Yet Israeli officials insist on escalation, with additional fighter jet sorties and bunker-buster strikes already underway. The big question now is whether this third wave marks the peak of Iran's retaliation or the opening of even heavier phases involving proxies like Hezbollah in Lebanon, Houthis in Yemen, or Iraqi militias opening new fronts. Global markets watch nervously for cyber disruptions, oil choke point closures, or accidental escalations that could draw in more powers. Hey everyone. If this live escalation, third Iranian missile wave pounding Tel Aviv, air defenses under maximum pressure, breaches causing real casualties, has you watching closely and you want ongoing updates on interception rates, damage reports, proxy movements, or oil market reactions, hit subscribe right now, turn on notifications, and drop a like on this video to help these real-time breakdowns reach more people. Your support keeps the channel covering these intense developments non-stop. Quick recap. Third, confirmed missile wave from Iran targeting Tel Aviv and other cities. Significant saturation overwhelming parts of Iron Dome and Arrow systems. Direct hits and casualties in Israel, 9+ killed in latest wave. U.S. base losses, 3 troops dead. Broader Gulf attacks ongoing. Iran promises more phases with advanced weapons. U.S. and Israel commit to sustained counterstrikes. What comes next? A face-saving pause, endless back-and-forth barrages, or full-blown regional war? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the defenses will hold, or will the pressure keep mounting? I'll be back with the latest as the situation unfolds rapidly. Stay tuned and stay safe out there.